Hello and welcome back once again to that familiar shot of the back of an Orthrus cruiser. Another one of these matches with the brilliant, fast Orthrus coming up now. This is CCP Fozzy joined by Apothony again, and we've got LowSechnaya Sholupen versus the Kadeshi in two actually very similar setups. Both relying heavily on Helas, both with some Mimitar making up a bit of the rest of it. I'm going to talk a little bit about LowSechnaya's setup. They've got triple Hela, double Orthrus, a Claymore, and then Worms and Harpies and a Talwar. And they are bringing Helas fit with rapid light missiles, and Orthrus is fit with hams for lots and lots of damage.
Yeah, so the Kadeshi have brought a more typical of what we've seen so far. Gila, Mimitar makes this tournament. We've got the double Sleipnir, Scimitar Logi, 3 Gilas, a Talwar, 3 Worms, very popular in other setups as well, and 2 Merlins for support. The match has begun. Let's see what moves these teams make.
Yep. So the entire LowSechnaya team warped in mostly at 0, actually, with the Harpy and Talwar a bit further back, and then there's 30. And these teams are merging right.
Whoa!
They're immediately, completely on top of each other.
LowSec just burning straight into the middle. The Talwar getting nuked. He gets a rep off, surviving a little bit longer. There's a lot of light missiles going down here.
Yeah, there is a lot of damage, especially, of course, from the rapid light missiles on the Helas. They can do a lot of damage very quickly to small targets, and it looks like they're going to go after the Scimitar next. Now, of course, the LowSechnaya team doesn't have any logistics at all. They're relying entirely on buffer and local tanks and their speed, while Kadeshi is going to be relying heavily on that Scimitar, so losing it's going to be pretty painful if they do.
Looks like LowSec is about to lose their first Gila. They've got no logic, as you say. Once that's gone, that's gone. They can't keep alive very long, but that Simi got nuked, obliterated completely off field, so now they're even, but they're 3 ships down.
Yeah, meanwhile, LowSec's Hela that's taking damage, he's been burning away from the fight. He's managed to actually get himself safe, which we're a bit now. Of course, he's webbed. Frigate got on top of him, and he's going to be dropping pretty fast. And so it's only going to be a matter of time, I think, for him. But meanwhile, they're applying damage to one of the counter Helas.
Yes.
Arnum's their Hela for
Gila
Kadeshi.
and Merlin dropping ships, dropping left, right, and center. It looks like the Gila of Arnie is going to follow shortly. The Kadeshi are at a severe ship disadvantage at this point.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the ships that they've lost are mostly pretty small, relatively insignificant ships. The tackle was helpful on the Merlins, but they've got the Worms to cover it. It's when they lose the second Hela, that's when the real deficit comes into place, and there it goes. So now it's a Scimitar and Hela, a Talwar, and 2 Merlins dead for Kadeshi, and meanwhile, they've only managed to kill 1 Hela for LowSechnaya Sholupen.
It looks like Ipshin will be following next, but one of the Worms have gone down now for the Kadeshi. This has just been a slaughter.
Yeah, these Helas for LowSec are dropping so slowly. They have such strong tanks compared to the Helas we've often seen from other teams, which is actually especially impressive.
Is that a boundary violating Sleipnir?
That is indeed a boundary-violating Sleipnir from Aton Ra. He went out of the arena and got explodified by CCP Veritas' robotic self. And
Veritas is a scary man.
That is a very big loss. That being said, they probably had already the match tipped completely against them, but Kadeshi is now completely out of the fight. They're dropping like flies. In fact, they're probably actually sacrificing themselves to get the match over faster at this point.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty much the fastest, most bloody match we've seen of the day, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive that LowSec, not only does their team do so much damage, they've got Helas with hams, but also they managed to fit so much tank on it. We were looking at the Helas before the match and chatting about the fact that the Kadeshi Helas actually were fit with light missiles rather than rapid lights or heavies or hams, which would do more damage. While the LowSec Helas were fit with rapid lights. And we assumed that had to be because they were trying to fit some more tank onto them. But actually, when you look at how quickly these guys dropped, the Helas for LowSec were surviving much, much longer.
Yeah, I mean, we usually say that it's really fantastic when 2 teams, especially 2 teams that can engage at range, take, maybe the first minute of the match to decide how they engage. We saw at the beginning of this match, the red team, the LowSec team, they just burnt straight in. They knew exactly what wanted to do, exactly how they wanted to do it, and they just went through and executed brilliantly. And I think that's a sign of a really good team, pilots that know each other very well, the pilots that have practiced together with each other well, when you can go in and be that quick in their decision making and essentially, put the other team into a panic and possibly throw them off guard.
Yeah, this last Sleipnir is going to drop, and with that, that's actually going to be the fastest match of the day, like you said. This is 4 minutes from start to finish. LowSechnaya Sholupen with a very commanding victory over the Kadeshi, and that'll move them on to play again next weekend while the Kadeshi get knocked out of the tournament. And we'll be back very soon for a match I know a lot of people are looking forward to, Disavowed versus Unreloaded.